What's good, Critic Gang, Critic Fam, and we're back. Got another one for you today. Of course, no other than REN with Life is Funny. This man has been taking the internet by storm these last few weeks. To save me making these videos, biting off of his name is garnishing a lot of attention, but man, this kid deserves every bit of it because every song we dove into so far has been nothing but masterpieces, and I'm sure this one is not going to let us down either. This one is called Life is Funny. His previous videos, from what I got out of them, coming from high REN, dealing with your own internal demons and voices in your head and the way you compose yourself, as to where like the money game one is, don't let the government control you. Be a free thinker, be a leader, not a follower. Don't let anyone try to keep you down. You're trying to dig yourself out that hole. Don't let no one drag you down. Just keep pushing, be you, do yourself. I feel like that's the message he tries to push in all of them. Again, this one is titled Life is Funny. So it's probably going to be about this weird, crazy, funny world we're living in nowadays. But we'll jump right into it so I don't go on talking for 7 hours like usual. But before we do that, hit that subscribe button one time for your boy right there. And then click the little thumbs up, ding, comments, all that. Keep it going. Aiming, I never even thought I'd be at 20 subscribers. Now we're aiming for 200, right? And then we'll aim for 300. Baby steps. Got that first video up over to 1,000. That was my goal. Thank you for it, man. I appreciate that. We got that one up there. Now let's dive into all the rest of them. Get all of them up over 1,000. Keep driving the subs up. Keep liking. Keep commenting. Appreciate all of it. Let's get it up. We'll hit that 200 mark. Then we'll aim for 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. Let's just keep growing and growing. But without further ado, let's get into this. Life is Funny by the one and only REN.
Life is funny sometimes. Life is funny sometimes. Life is funny sometimes. What type of human are you? The type to question things, or the type who don't care if you do? Are you the type to get excited by a molecule divided, split an atom in a fraction, blow a nuclear fuse? Are you seeking the truth, or are your hands on your eyes? Pick up a paper, don't debate with anything that's inside.
Okay, yes. So right off the bat, I feel like this song is going to go right down that same road of what we were just talking about being a free thinker, right? Are you one to question something, or do you just take what someone says and run with it? Are you scared to question it because of the backlash you might receive? Which, I'll put this out there first and foremost because I watched a video the other day and this guy broke it down so perfectly in such a simplistic form too, right? This whole weird life that we're living in now, where they want to say that boys and girls are exactly the same. There's no differences between a boy and a girl. That's why they should be able to compete in sports together. That's why they should use the same bathrooms, use this. The boys and girls are exactly the same, right? But if you question that, even scientifically, if you question that, they're going to call you what? A transphobe, a homophobe, racist. They'll call you anything nowadays. Like if you speak out of pocket or you say the wrong thing that the agenda on the media is not pushing. And again, it looks like with the visuals, REN's visuals are always insane, that he's watching a media broadcast. Because that's this world we're living in today. You're watching your phone, 95% of the people, or you're watching the television. And it's all just media cycling the same shit through. But if you question any of that, you get the backlash. So my example is saying like boys and girls are exactly the same. I do not believe in that. If you're trans, whatever, do you live your life, live your truth, be happy. That's cool. But to sit here and say boys and girls are not the same, that's not even subjective. It's an objective truth. It is. And to say, oh well, guys should be able to, trans women should be able to compete in women's sports. No, that's not fair. Why do you think even with guys, wrestling, boxing, there's weight classes for guys, there's age divisions for guys to make it fair? So you throw a man with a wig on into a swimming pool and he crushes the female racers by miles. That's fair because he put a wig on. He said, I'm a woman, so I can't question it. Like, this guy was just on the guys' swimming team last year. He finished like 9,000th place. Now this year he's got long hair and he's breaking every national record. How, what? But no, if I say that publicly, though, I'm a transphobe. That's my example. But a perfect way to put that, what I seen online the other day, is boys and girls are different. I'm not going to say they're the same because they're not. They're different. But that doesn't mean that we're not equal. We could be equal, right? 2 plus 2 equals 4. 2 and 2 are the same, equals 4. 3 plus 1 also equals 4. 3 and 1 are not the same. Boys and girls are not the same, but we still equal 4. So just because we're different doesn't mean we can't be equal. And that's when I heard that, I was like, wow, that was deep. Like, that's a good personal way to think of things like that. You know what I mean? Instead of just seeing a clip or a headline or, oh shit, 90,000 people are on this bandwagon, I got to jump on it and run with it, right? And then, again, like, so, first of all, like, you can't question anything or cancel culture comes for you, right? And then, what makes you happy? What makes you smile? Is it basketball, football, wrestling, fighting, music, like I love? Or is it nuclear fusion and physics and quantum physics and defying the laws of gravity or coming up with, new AIs and robots? What makes you happy? What makes you smile? If it genuinely makes you happy and makes you smile, then that's what life is. Life could be funny, but life could be what you make it. It is what, instead of, like I said, all right, so in this visual, I'll put it this way. A real quick snip, if you watch the video, when he says that, the girl's covering, he's talking about, are you going to basically blindly walk through life following everybody else because of the media and what everyone says? And it's a clip of a little girl, mind you, a child, with her hands over her eyes, right? And I saw that in the last video too. These days are trying to indoctrinate our children because they know children are more susceptible to believing what they hear, or especially if they see it on TV, they're definitely going to believe it. And I used to be one of those kids. If I seen something on CNN, what? That happened? No way. That guy's racist, this, that, and the third. But then the full story comes out and you're like, wait, what? That wasn't even close to the truth. Or they'll take a snippet of something, a clip of something, and take completely out of context and use it against you. So are you one to take that little clip and run with it? Or are you one to do your own research, make up your own decision, your own opinion on it, and keep your beliefs based on your facts and opinions, not on the next person's? Because everyone's opinion from person to person is going to change. Whether you think boys and girls are the same or not, we can have that disagreement. But can we do that without fighting? Can we find a common ground? Yes, we can. But when they're doing it to the children, that's why you had the little girl. I'm going to say personally, that's why I think he showed a little girl covering her eyes instead of an adult woman, because they're aiming at the children. Bringing in, I think I seen a story, a 3rd or 4th grade teacher was caught having 2 boys, little boys, I'm going to say this because it was elementary school, I want to say 3rd or 4th grade. She had the door locked with the thing covered, and someone came into her classroom in school while a little boy was performing oral on another little boy. So she could show the class what type of sexuality it is or sex acts you can do, and that doing it with the same gender, or there's no genders, you're gender fluid, but whatever. That absolutely completely disgusted me. Pushing, these CRTs in schools and giving surveys to little kids. What do you identify as? A male, a female, this, that, and the third? Like, my oldest daughter is 6 years old. If I went into her class and found out that she was learning about sex acts and your private genital areas and stuff like that, oh, I'm gonna raise all hell in that school. She should be learning math, reading, writing, home ec, not about you're white and you're racist. You'll always be the oppressor. You'll always be a cracker. Or the other way around. Or this sex bullshit. Like, leave the children out of it. That's the world we're living in, is you're trying to pull these children into this bullshit. Oh, man, this song is going to be another deep one, too, Ren. We're 26 seconds into this song, and you got me talking this much, bro. Jeez Louise, mamma mia, let's go.
Are you happy with life? On the day that you die, will there be tears full of fear, or will you die with a smile? I pick up a paper, then put down a pattern, and intricate lyrical syllable pattern, and if there are spaces, I'm filling the gap.
Woo! I pick up a paper, then put down a pattern, intellectual lyrical syllable pattern, and if there's our spaces, I'm filling the gap in. Wow. Talk about the machine gun cadence. I could barely even understand with his accent, let alone rapping like that. Thank God that this one has the lyrics on the screen for me to read. Not so much I can go there based off of a message behind those last 3 bars, but god damn that rhyme scheme. This kid is, whoo! That was some Eminem shit right there.
Focus, splitting an atom, I'm bringing it back in the words I'm attacking, it's cracking, unpacking the wisdom of rapping, I'm running, I'm lapping, I'm bringing a skill like Lotus, hidden dragon tiger.
See? I'm bringing it back in the words that I'm attacking, it's cracking, unpacking the wisdom of rapping, I'm running till I'm lapping, I'm bringing the skill like Lotus. What? What? Attacking, cracking, unpacking, rapping. The wisdom of rappers. I'm running lapping. He's running laps around these rappers with his lyrics, right? I'm bringing it back. The words that attack. Basically what Eminem says in that, and my favorite song, as I mentioned in my one clip, Zeus. All these rappers out there nowadays just talking about spinning the block and killing ops and selling drugs and the same, I had a question about it, same repetitive, meaningless shit over and over and over again. That's why I love Eminem. That's why I love NF. Real rappers, which I call that, can evoke emotion out of you. When you listen to a song, it gives you goosebumps. Or you remember it, or damn. So what Ren is saying is, like, I'm bringing this back. I'm really rapping. And I got the wisdom to lap these other fake rappers. They want to keep talking about selling drugs and they're killing their ops. They're saying the same shit. I'm lapping around with my lyrics because my knowledge runs deep. I could talk about a whole lot of shit that no one else wants to talk about. Yous are all lacking. I'm bringing that back in rap fashion to show you, open your eyes that this is what's really happening. But he's doing it in rap, poetry, artistic, genius way to do it.
Got style inside your mind, the world is wider. When you look inside can guide you. Weave a web of...
When you look inside, it can guide you. That's how I started off this video, by saying, be a free thinker. Guide yourself. Don't be a follower, be a leader. Because you may want to follow that person, but guess what? He may guide you down the wrong trail. Say you're hiking in the Appalachian Mountains. Instead of, you know the map, you know these mountains. Why ain't you the leader? You take control and be the leader. Instead of sitting back quietly, no, I guess we'll follow this guy because everyone else is following him. Even though you know he's going down the wrong path and you are going to get lost in those woods. You sit back and say nothing and you follow him. Why? Why not speak up? No, this is wrong. Turn around and we're going to go. You become the leader. Because I know where I'm going and I'm not getting lost. Again, metaphorically speaking, in life too. I was lost, right? I was lost in the woods. I was lost in the mountains. I didn't have a guide. But guess what? I found my way out. Found my way out of that depression. He said, are you going to die depressed or are you going to die with a smile? Well, guess what? We started this YouTube channel and I've been doing nothing but smiling since. So...
wisdom like a spider. Perceive the unseeable, hadron collider. Life is funny, 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 life is funny. Sometimes it's like I'm looking at you, wondering what I would do if I was there in your shoes. If I was born a different mind, a different time, a different...
I love that line too. Wondering what I would do if I was there in your shoes. Like Eminem says, you know, would I have to walk a mile in your shoes to see what it's like to be you? You could. Or you can just, you know, learn from my mistakes and not have to go be in my shoes. You know, don't get me wrong. You learn a lot more from losing than you do from winning, right? And these rich, I want to say like these rich liberal white people who will march the streets screaming Black Lives Matter and police brutality when they've never encountered that one day in their life, right? So they wonder, what would it be like to be in their shoes? Well, let's go out and march and say this and say that, and we'll raise our fists and we'll scream and holler. But then someone comes and asks you about the issue specifically, you have no words for it. You don't know what to say. Like when they were doing the whole government ID thing, so you can vote, I believe is in Georgia, you needed an ID to vote, and they were calling that racist. And they asked the one white girl, like, why is that racist? You need an ID to vote. You need an ID to buy a pack of cigarettes. Is that racist? Well, no. I mean, you know, it's harder for black people to get to the DMV, and they don't really know how to fill out the paperwork, and da-da-da-da. So you're trying to put yourself in their shoes, you know, claiming, oh, I'm here for Black Lives Matter. But you don't even realize what you're saying as you're saying it. You're trying to don't put yourself in their shoes. Because when he interviewed every other black person around him, I got an ID. I got 3 IDs. I know where the DMV is. I know how to take a bus. I know how to fill out paperwork. She doesn't even realize she was being racist as she was trying to not be racist. So, wondering what it would be like to be in the shoes, you don't have to be in the shoes to go through it. Yes, you can support them. But if you had walked a mile in the shoes, you would see the difference and you wouldn't say stupid shit like, oh, they don't have a way to get to the DMV. Like, I grew up poor. I went through a lot of shit. And if my kids growing up, I would never want them to have to walk in my shoes to see what it would be like, what it was like for me growing up. I lived it, I learned from it, and I can teach them. But in saying that, there is a flip side to it because, like I said, you learn more from losing than you do from winning. So if you want to step in another man's shoes and be like, all right, if I go through this struggle, will the outcome be that more fulfilling to me because I know that I worked for it? Or will I appreciate it more because I put in the hours, I put in the hard time, and I worked for it? Or is it different? I'm a trust fund baby and I just got this big check sat in my lap, so I don't ever have to walk in anyone else's shoes. If that makes sense. I kind of went off on a little rant there, but this is what Ren does to me. He just evokes these emotions from me, saying things like that. Like, wonder what I would do if I were to walk in your shoes. Like, that brings me to thinking about police. You know, every day, these tyrant-ass cops that will pull you over, harass you, search you, beat you up to find what? Oh, it smells like weed in the car, but there's nothing in here, but you're still going to jail because I'm a cop and I can do that. Like, but at the same time, they could walk up to a car and have a passenger pull out a gun and shoot him. I don't know. I'm not a cop. I've never been a cop. I've never walked in their shoes. I wonder what it would be like to be a cop sometimes, but I believe I would be a good cop. So I guess it's not, I would say, wrong or right to wonder what it'd be like to walk in someone else's shoes. But the fact of the matter is, your feet are on your body. Your feet are in your shoes. At the end of the day, you have to walk and guide yourself. Because at the end of the day, you know what's best for you. You know which way you need to go. Like how I said, I was in my own shoes and I had to find my own way off the mountain. So there's 2 ways you could look at that.
From you, would my behaviours be the same? And do we even really choose? Am I the byproduct of my environment? I buy products for my requirement.
Am I the... Oh, this is another one that gets to me. Am I the product of my environment? Right? Lil Baby says that in the song Bigger Picture when all the George Floyd riots were coming out. You know, don't fucking blame me. I'm just a product of my environment. That's why I grew up selling drugs, rapping about dope, rapping about robbing, rapping about, you know, running the streets, toting guns and killing people and shit. This is just my environment. This is what I'm a product of. So some people will say, well, fucking put your bootstraps on and make your way out of there. Well, it's not that easy for everyone, you know? They grew up into a gang family. Their whole family's gang members. They grew up into that lifestyle. So they grew up being a gangster, being a killer, being a drug dealer. Nature versus nurture, again. Would that be different? Were they born someone else, or if they were born in a different neighborhood? Like, does growing up like that actually physically change your mind? Like, biologically? Or is it just mentally telling yourself, well, you know, this is all that's around me. My whole family does it. I'm a product of this. I have to be a drug dealer. I have to be a gangbanger. This is all I know. This is all around me. When in reality, you don't. And this reverts back to another thing, like, are you going to sit in the back and be quiet and not say anything? Or are you going to be a leader and move forward? Yes, you could be a product of your environment if you want to take the easy route and say, well, my whole family is this, my whole neighborhood was this, all my friends are this, so I have to be this. When I can show you plenty of successful people, plenty of them, that grew up in the hood, that grew up in that same lifestyle, that say, you know what? I'm not going to be a product of my environment. I'm going to go to school every day. I'm going to get my education. I'll get a job at McDonald's flipping burgers if I have to, right? Just to save up enough money to, if you don't want to be in that environment, get out. Oh, well, Chris, not everyone can get out. It's not that easy. And I understand it's not easy. Trust me. I was there. That's why I say, coming from me, I didn't spend nights sleeping on the bench at the park, sleeping in laundromats that are open 24 hours a day at night. Like, I came from that environment. But I had enough will inside of me to want to make more of myself. Like I said, I finished high school with a 100.2 average. Finished college with a 4.0. No, now I'm sitting here doing YouTube. Yeah, I probably, if I would have kept on, trying to be in that mindset of succeeding, I'd probably be a lawyer or a doctor right now. So, as cliche as it may sound, you can get yourself out if you want. You just need the work and the determination to do it. And also, it helps a lot, I will say, if you have a great role model. If you have someone to speak to, someone to look up to, that will guide you in the right way, or at least point you in the right direction. Like, you can go that way or that way. The choice is yours, but I'm just showing you your options. Because as Americans, as humans, we all have options. So if you want to put the work in and do it, you can be anything you want to be, as cliche as that sounds. But the environment I grew in, like my kids, they won't be products of their environment because we'll be out of there and I want them to be successful. So, having a strong father like me, a good role model in their life, is I believe everyone should have a good role model in their life.
I know that cause I'm a sucker too. You're a sucker, I'm a sucker. Fuck it, what you gonna do with this body you were given? Your life, are you living? Have you sight or no vision? Are you tired with the game? Passive or decision? Follow or ambition? Surgical incision in the middle of the brain.
Oh my God, yes. Follow or decision, right? You're gonna be a leader, you're gonna be a follower. You're gonna follow them, or you're gonna make your own decisions. I swear, I'm telling you. I've been saying this about Harry Mack too. Me and Ren got some telepathy going on. And no, I've never heard this song. This is my first time ever listening to this song too. I got, after the last video saying, I got all positive comment. I'm not going to say it's a negative comment, but on one of the videos, someone circling back saying that, oh, I watched so many reaction videos, I pause it at the same time these person did it. Like, no, if we're good reactors, we're going to pause it at pivotal parts in the song to react to it. But again, his whole message is the same. Are you going to be a leader? Or are you going to be a follower? I could have sat back and just keep watching the reaction channels, you know, never started this YouTube. But I made a choice to take this path instead. I'm sick of being a follower. Let me start my own page. Let me be my own leader. Let me see if I could get people to follow me. Not follow me, but walk with me. And that's why I say all yous come with me on this journey. We're on this journey together. Because yes, I can speak up and be the leader if we need a leader. If you wanted me to lead, I would. Because falling into the back and saying nothing is never going to garnish you anything. But if I can pull you up and we can walk through this shit together, let's do it. Don't get split down the brain and, oh, I have no choice. Everyone else is doing this, so I have to do that. You know, I have to put a black square on my Instagram. I have to put a gay pride flag in my front yard because everyone else is doing it. Some people don't even know what the LGBTQ, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, I don't even know all the letters anymore. I guarantee half the people that even rep that gay pride flag in the front of the yard probably don't even know what those acronyms stand for. But they have to stand up for it because that's what the media says is the right thing to do. That's where the flaws go. If you don't, you're a homophobe, or you're this, or you're that. Constantly putting ourselves into groups. Which reminds me, I know this is going to be another long video because I talk so much, but when Ren was talking to his therapist in Sick Boy, right? And Ren's message is being a free thinker, like be your own person, be a leader, not a follower. And so many of these reaction channels, I'll see the labels are like, oh, therapist reacts to a rapper, or white rapper reacts to black rapper, or cashier at Wegmans reacts to this. Like, and if you're a therapist, like I've seen a therapist reacts to this. If you're a therapist, right, a psychologist, and you're saying be an individual, be your own person, be a free thinker, why are you boxing your own self into a group? Therapist reacts to a rapper? Why can't it just be, hey, I'm reacting to this song? Because if I wanted to put myself in a box, I would title every video, single father / former social worker / former MMA fighter reacts to Ren's song. Like, I'm not going to put myself in a box or that clickbait. Oh, there's a therapist looking at rap? Clickbait. And again, aiming at children who are more susceptible at reading a headline and clicking on it, or reading a snippet or a clip it and running with it. We got to get out of that. You got to, like we do with Ren songs like this, you got to dive deep into this shit head first. Make your own opinion, make your own assumptions, make your own conclusion. Life is funny. You know what I mean? But it can be what you make it. Are you going to die depressed because you followed everybody and you didn't live your truth? Or are you going to die smiling, doing what you love to do?
Say my name, say my name. I bang like Kurt Cobain, reach nirvana on the spiritual plane. In the membrane, insane like I'm Cypress Hill. Tray flipping like I'm Tony, cause I got the skill. Life is funny, 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 life is funny. Quarantined inside my room, we're living in very strange times. Pick up my paper, then pick up my pen, and I won't be stopping till I'm top of the throne, top of this hill, top of the moment that's keeping it real, top of the beat, top of this vibe, top of the symbol on top of the ride, top of the pop, top of the mix, top of the snare that follows the kick, top of the game I remain today, holding my pain with a syllable savagely spit.
Ooh, top of the game I remain, to take hold of my brim with the syllabus savagely spit. Like, what? God, this kid is insane with the pen. But yes, taking it to the top of his game, rapping about his pain that he went through. Again, why Eminem resonates with so many people, same as NF. They rap about real shit, real life, shit that everybody goes through, shit that's relatable. Not toting guns and shooting ops and spinning the block you hear in every single song. But no, why do you think Rez, I said, is taking the internet by storm? Top of the game, because he's taking hold of his own pain, honing it into lyrics, into song, into arts, into masterpieces to give to us. Open your eyes and watch this shit. Open your eyes and read what I'm saying. Read what I'm writing. Listen to what I'm saying. Watch what I'm giving you. And he's going to the top. He's shooting, at least to me, he's shooting up there fast because that's all the name I've been seeing all over the place. You know why? Because he's not following that same footsteps that everybody else did. The one-hit wonders down off the cliff. The Tekashi 6ix9ines of the world. For anyone to call Tekashi 6ix9ine a rapper compared to REN, even though rap is more associated with, the more gangster lifestyle, but true rap, the art of true rap, the artistic side of it, rapping about his pain and the life and the shit he went through and shit that's really going on in this world, and spitting it savagely too, with his insane rhyme schemes and his insane metaphor like that, how he just had the Cypress Hill, the Tony Hawk similes and metaphors right there. Like, his pen game is insane genius, but he's going to the top because he's rapping about real shit that we've all gone through that we can relate to. And I think that's why people love watching him, as why I do.
Ticking the talk and they're ticking the talk of the clock. It's ticking a lot. I delivered the shock like an insulin shot, and I'm back on the block and attacking them hot. And I'm taking the pop with the rock in the sock, and I'm swinging it, bringing it, flinging it, knocking the teeth right out your mouth, bitch. I'm back on the road, back on the wheel, back in myself, back in the field, back in the game, back in the lane, back in the same old Batmobile, back in the flow, back in the place, back in the building, bomb that bass, back in the nectar, back in the honey. Life is funny, life is funny, life is funny.
And see, again, with the visuals here, it's such a subtle image, right? The black and white boxes all twirled up and disformed with chairs. Upside down, sideways, regular. The pattern of the black and white squares isn't even a repetitive pattern. It's all different and all over the place. What do you think that represents? And especially with the chairs. This one that's kind of got me thinking here. I'm not exactly sure. Like I said, I think it would still remain along the idea of don't be brainwashed by this shit. Because, that whole psychic brainwash thing, the black and white circle that used to spin and hypnotize you, that's what that looks like to me. But this world is funny. Life is funny. Chairs are upside down. Chairs are sideways. That's not normal. Like, we never used to live like this. We used to put the chair down the right way and sit on it. Now we got chairs upside down from the ceiling, hanging off sideways, this way. It's physically impossible for a chair to be on the wall hanging up upside down, unless it's screwed there, right? Just like it's physically, biologically impossible that boys and girls are the same. It's just a weird, funny world. And I feel like this image kind of just portrays that. Like, what is this? What am I looking at? Like, what is life right now? What is going on? What is going on with this picture? That's how I kind of correlated that right there. You guys let me know what you think about this last image here. Okay, so yeah, it ends on that image. So, yeah, again, I mean, the message behind the song, I kind of view as the same that the last few songs that we've listened to about, again, repeating myself, just being your own person, being you. Don't let the government, don't let someone else dictate your inner emotions. Back to high REN, your inner demons, your inner angels too. Your negative and positive side of your brain. Don't let them pick and choose for you. Be a leader, not a follower. Choose what you choose. Live your life, live happy, but do it your way. And you will succeed if you work hard enough for it. You don't have to be a product of your environment. You don't have to be a product of the government. Do the shit your way, do what you love, and keep at it. Because I guess Ren's been doing music for, over 5 years now? We're now just discovering this man. weeks ago, months ago, and now he's taking the internet by storm. It's a beautiful thing, man, and I'm glad he did too, because all these songs pull so many emotions out of me, and that's why these videos are so long. But with Ren, you know, you already know. I know you guys are here and you guys are subscribed. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button if you like this content, because with Ren, we have to dive into it because he leaves such a message in every song. And again, didn't leave us disappointed. Can't wait to hear the next one. So stay tuned, guys. I'm sure we'll have Ren coming up on the next one. Still going to get to, Jenny and Streets, that 15-minute long song. I have to get mentally prepared for that one, but I already know that one's going to be a banger. So that one will be coming within the next couple days, but, we'll keep going until then. So, yeah, that was Ren. Life is funny. Catch you guys on the next one. Subscribe button, comment, like, share, all that good stuff. Love ya. We'll catch you on the next one.